stream live on my YouTube channel at Feel Good with Lavina. Please make sure you do hit that subscribe button. You do not get charged. It's all for free. You'll then get notified of all my new content when we go live, and it's a great way for me to see who is using my workouts. So we do a lovely low impact workout today. We're going to be using some of the exercise snacks from my book, The Feel Good Fix. So if you have my book, do grab it. If you haven't got it already, it's available at all good bookshops. I saw it yesterday in Selfridges, London. It's in WH Smith, Waterstones branches. It's also on Amazon and online retail shops as well. Really easy to use. I'm going to show you how to use it today in the session. And I do stream on Zoom. I have an amazing community. So good morning to everyone on Zoom. If you'd like to join us on Zoom, just sign up to my free newsletter on my website, feelgoodwithlavina.com, and I will send you all the Zoom details. Good morning to some of you on YouTube. Do leave a comment at the end of the workout. It will be saved for you. So we're going to start with a nice little bit of breathing, what I call a breath snack. I will be showing everything today. Unfortunately, my mother-in-law normally joins me, is unable to make it today. So I will show you seated and standing options. We have all pages. I'm turning to page 279 of my book. So if you have it, you can reference there. There's a whole lot of information about the benefits of what we're going to do, which is the box breath today. We're going to take just a mindful minute. It's one of the best breathing techniques to use in any stressful situation. We're going to use it to kick in our parasympathetic nervous system. We're just going to close our eyes. We're going to focus on our breath and hopefully calm the body and mind. And it's going to improve our focus and concentration for this workout as well. So I will walk you through that. You can read it at your leisure, and we will just start by placing our hands on our lap. Take a seat, have a moment, close your eyes, and first just give me 3 lovely centering breaths, just energizing breaths, breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your nose or your mouth. Just focusing deep breaths, positive inhales, releasing any tension on the exhale. Inhaling again and exhaling in your own time. Just focusing, calming, slowing that breath down, breathing in again and out. Now I'm going to talk you through as you resume your breath. This is the box breath. We're going to breathe in for 4 as we go up one side of a box. We're going to try and hold your breath up to 4. Then we're going to exhale for 4 seconds, coming down that side of the box and then holding at the bottom. So I'm going to imagine you're drawing that shape of a box. We're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4 and hold. 2, 3, 4. Just keep your eyes closed. Just return to a normal breath. Just keeping your eyes closed. We're going to rub our hands, warm everything up. My heating is not working in this room, so I'm going to need to warm up properly today. Generate some lovely heat and then close. Keep your eyes closed, just putting your hands over those closed eyes. On your next inhale, maybe opening the eyes with your hands there, letting in a bit of light. And then exhale when you're ready. Release the hands away. How are we feeling? So hopefully you can use that in your toolkit anytime you need it. Share it with a loved one. Share it with your children, your grandchildren, a friend, because I think it's a great tool you can do just in a minute. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Show me on Zoom. Did you enjoy that box breath? Thumbs up. And if you're on YouTube, just drop a comment anytime you use it. About this one, it's on page 281. And I can see lots of you on Zoom already smiling without me even saying anything. But I want you to start off this workout. We sometimes do the daily affirmations. There's a whole bunch of mental health tools, all for free in the book. One of them is just smiling, and it will induce those feel-good endorphins. It tricks your brain into happiness and boosts your health. There is science behind it. You can read all about it for homework, but I want you first just to give us a lovely big smile. So I'm smiling. Yay, it is contagious. I can see everyone on Zoom smiling. Oh, you look so beautiful. YouTube, send me some virtual smiles. And to follow that one, we're going to also do my feel good hug. So we're going to start warming up the body now. Feel good hug is on page 80 of my book. If you haven't seen this one, this is one I've been using since the beginning of the pandemic to release some lovely serotonin, oxytocin, the love hormone, just for happiness, reducing cortisol, stress levels. We're going to open out your arms. You could do the seated or standing. You're going to arch your back, really lift through your chin. Take a positive inhale, and we're going to start today's workout by giving ourselves a big hug, wrapping your arms around yourself, rounding the back. So it's almost like that seated or standing cat-cow. We're mobilizing the spine. I'm going to do one seated. You could do it seated or standing. Breathing in. I'm going to send you all a huge hug. Wrap your arms around yourself. But it's so nice to give yourself a bit of love. If you've got someone near you, we're going to do one more. If you've got a partner you're doing the workout with, they can see on Zoom. Some of the couples are joining. Feel free to give them a hug as well. Big hugs all round. Lovely, lovely work. So we started off with just something really gentle. We're going to move in to our mobility, but I want you today to know that you can get your steps in. And I did look at my tracker after last week's. I got quite a lot of steps in between where I am giving people rest. You can march on the spot. You could do it seated or standing. You could go fast or slow. Even grab some tin cans or some very light weights and just add a little bit of weight to your walk. You know, people use those ankle and wrist weights, but tin cans are perfect little weights that you can just do in the kitchen anytime as an exercise snack. So we're going to start by stepping, because I'm a little bit cold here today in my room. So we'll just go for about 10 seconds, seated or standing, marching on the spot, getting our steps in, raising our heart rate, getting our heart working, pumping a bit faster, getting our lungs, our respiratory system really working and energized. And I want you to relax. Brilliant. We are going to page 185 of my book. It's the seated circulation snack. So we're going to start with this one today, which is a nice one because it's a little bit of cardio. But we're going to use the first exercise on it is swimming. So you can use the weights, or you could just do no weights, just your body weight. We're going to try and pretend we are swimming in a beautiful ocean. I can see those on Zoom looking great here. Again, you can use your tin cans. I'm doing a bit of breaststroke. I can see my mum, Kumachar, doing a bit of front crawl, which is lovely. So freestyle. See how it feels. Now, this is hopefully going to start mobilizing your joints. So we want to get that synovial fluid around your joints. I'm stepping while I go. I could do this seated or standing. We could all vary the movement. So shall we all do front crawl now? So like our arm circles, but we're just visualizing a beautiful ocean in the sunshine on your back. Lovely work. And then maybe we can move into a bit of backstroke as well, just changing the movement so your arms are warming up both ways. See how it feels. I've just written an article that's been published for Versus Arthritis, which is a charity for those with arthritis. And some of you may have yourself arthritis or loved ones, and movement is actually one of the best ways to help. I know it can be painful, but just ease out. It can actually really help reduce the pain, the stiffness, if you have arthritis. I'm feeling a little bit warmer. We have got number 2. We're going straight into day with a bit of star jumps. So we're going to do about 20 seconds. We keep low impact. This is the standing version. We always give ourselves a clap. Really lovely way to just congratulate yourself. This is the seated option. You are here. So you do deserve a clap. You're investing in your physical, your mental health. You're reducing risks of long-term chronic illnesses by helping your body through movement, yeah? So we could go faster. I'm not doing full jumps, but I'm getting nice and warm. And this clap means that you get full range of movement in your arms. They're coming all the way round and up. Stepping out, a bit of coordination. So we're really working our brains. We're keeping them fit, reducing our risk of things like dementia and Alzheimer's, because it's proven physical activities, one of the best ways. And relax. Are we feeling warmer? Take a breather if you need it. Keep marching if you don't. This is your workout. The next one, this is page 186, is high knees with a rope pull. So what we're going to imagine is, first of all, we'll focus on our knees, but we're going to think about our stomach muscles. So we always have my desk snack in mind with all the exercises. We'll do a quick one, analogy of a desk shape, bringing your shoulders up, back an inch or two, and down the spine. I'll show you from the side. Rather than all of us mainly being here these days, we're going to bring them up, back, and down. I do that when I'm driving, when I'm using my laptop, on my phone, when I'm watching TV. We're trying to reverse this rounding of the back, the kyphosis. So keeping that in mind, we're then going to think about our back straight, our posture's nice and proud and tall, stomach muscles engaged. We're going to bring maybe your knees. I've got my hands in front of my belly button just to give myself a little high five. Now, if you can stand, those of you that are able to stand, I wanted to mention there's a stand snack you can read on page 349 towards the end of the book about the benefits of standing, burning more calories just by standing. So if you're able to stand, I know some people that join the workouts from care home, residential, nursing homes, or if you're stuck behind your desk even, and you're on camera with virtual meetings, obviously you can't stand. But if you can stand, please stand, engage your stomach muscles. Then we could start adding in those rope pulls. Don't worry too much about your coordination. Just imagine you're pulling on a rope. So you've got to really reach up, and we're going to start working these back muscles here. Pulling up and then lifting that knee up. So lifting the knee, using your stomach. You are using a bit of balance if you're standing, which we're going to do after this, our balance snack. It's part of the Feel Good Fitness prescription, a holistic approach to movement to help us with our longevity, independence, and relax. Woo, how are we feeling? I'm feeling quite out of breath already. Give yourselves a little breather, have a sip of water if you need it. We've got 2 more. These are like the top 5 moves that you can do. It says seated, yeah? So even when you're watching TV and there's a QR code here, you just put your phone, camera, as if you're taking a picture. It will take you to video. So I want everyone to do things correct form. Boxing now. Punch away all your worries while walking, jogging or sprinting on the spot from your seat, but ideally standing. So if you're able to stand again, let's get up, because it's really good to keep your muscles moving, to get that load bearing in your body. So we are going to start punching out all your worries, your stresses. Beautiful boxing on Zoom. You could go fast, you could go slow, you could vary the punches. So you could just throw them up towards the sky, reaching up again. You could throw them out to the side. Those of you with tin cans, amazing. Some of you with dumbbells, very light ones. Some of you have progressed. Well done. Beautiful work. Punch it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Oh, you're looking fab on my Zoom screen. Super work, everyone on YouTube. Last one of this one is skipping. Holding an imaginary rope with your arms. We're going to circle. You're going to step, but we don't do jumps in this workout. We're going to step with single or both feet. Now, you could do both feet with a little movement if you're seated. Imagining that rope coming under. You could do one at a time, bit of coordination. If you're standing, you can maybe go nice and fast or slow, lifting that knee up. Imagining a bit of skipping. What does this remind you of? Today, I have to do a post about what I would tell myself when I was younger. So a little bit of, it's called, I think it's the Inspiring Girls campaign. So I'm going to be posting about that. And this hopefully brings you back to your childhood, maybe in the playground. So skip along, close your eyes. You had no cares in the world. It's nice and freeing. Movement is there to lift our spirits. So think about your youth, those carefree days, skipping along and relax. How are we feeling? So while you're waiting now, just maybe circle out the neck, come back to a nice slow, bring down your heart rate, your breathing. I'm going to take us to page 189 of the book, which is, if you've got the book, you keep this in front of you, the seated strength snack. So this is a 5-minute, there's a little timer there that shows whether it's a 1, 3, 5 or 10-minute snacks. You've got so many, over 80, to just pick and mix. So you could just be free in the day and you've got a minute and you want to pick something, and it's a very flexible approach, yeah? So you just try them out. So we're on page 189, there we go. It also has a little icon showing that this has got a dumbbell, so this is the strength snack. We're going to start with our bicep curls to shoulder press. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab some weights. You could use plastic bottles, tin cans again, or maybe no weight if you're a complete beginner or if you don't want to hold weights. So we're going to do our bicep curls. We're going to break this down. We're going to have our shoulders back and down, our 3-set snack, your palms facing forward, your elbows close to your body as if they're glued to your side. And then we're going to start curling that weight up towards your shoulders and releasing nice and slow. These are your biceps here. So I want you to visualize your biceps. We use them for lifting our shopping. So anytime we're carrying maybe a suitcase, a bag, even maybe your grandchildren or children. So think about why we're working these muscles. It's all well and good meaning, let's get strong, but think about why you want to be strong. I want to be strong and mobile for as long as possible. And even if you can't stand, we can still keep this muscle mass up by using strength training. It's really important for all ages. If you're over the age of 60, in my book, I've written a lot about even if 2 5-minute strength snacks a couple of times a week can really help boost your strength, your overall body strength. So we've done about 8. Mummy's not here, so she's normally my counter. 9 and 10. Now, I roughly say 10, but depending on the weight you're using, I do want to talk a little bit today about progressively overloading. If you've been working out with me for a while, some of you are keeping to go. Yes, you can keep going until those last few repetitions are difficult. So you're still keeping good form and technique, but I want you to feel those last few repetitions. So 10 for me might feel right, but for you it might be 15, it might be 8 if you're using heavier weights. So think about your progression. We've done quite a few. When you're ready, we're going to move into our shoulder press. So we're breaking it down today. The book combines them both, which we'll do at the end. We're now going to have some weights by your ears. Tin cans are perfect. I'm just using dumbbells at the moment. We're going to then lift the arms up, keeping the body nice and straight and still, back by your ears. These are free weights. Now, I could see those of you on Zoom, if you need to do this in front of a mirror to check nice and even, because one side may be stronger than the other. I do see the muscular imbalances in people, but everyone on Zoom looks really nice and symmetrical right now. You breathe out. As you push up, inhale slowly down. We're working our shoulders. We want to lift things. We want to put things up on shelves ourselves. We want to maybe be able to carry things overhead. We're keeping our upper body nice and strong here. So I'm coming up to 10 where I can really feel it. But if you've got a few more repetitions in you, please continue. I'm going to give you time. If you want to continue doing a couple more, please do. Well done. Otherwise, when you're ready, maybe just circle out these shoulders. We're going to combine both moves, or you can pick either the bicep curl or the shoulder press to do again. Seated or standing. I'm going to show you standing. We've got the palms facing away for the bicep curl. So this is the combination move. We're going to bring it up towards your shoulders. We're going to twist the palms away so they face the front. Then we twist them back and down. Now, don't worry if you don't know how to twist it. Even if you want to just lift up, keeping your body nice and straight. So I'm not swinging my back. I've got my stomach muscles really tight. Imagine your belly buttoned in towards your spine. I'm pushing out on the hard part of the move. And normally when you lift up, you breathe out. Now, how does this feel? Because we've done both little moves separately, and now we're combining it. So we are automatically doing more repetitions than we usually do. So just do what you can. If you get tired, you can reset, you can have a break, you can rejoin. If you've got more in you, I do want you to just push to that point where you really feel those last repetitions. That's where you know you've got the right weights. Yep, so some of you have been on these workouts with me for several years. If you've been using the same weight, maybe think about adding in more repetitions. I'm going to do one more, but I want you to carry on if you can. This is your workout, your body. Listen to your body. I'm going to watch those of you that are carrying on. Well done on Zoom. And when you're ready, again, just circle out, maybe circle out the arms, or just have a nice little cross body stretch. We can do this one as a little break here, easing out. Now, talking about our arms, I'm going to add in our shoulder floss. It has its own separate snack in the book, which you can look at. If you've got a nice resistance band like this, something with a bit of stretch, a pair of old tights is what I've used in the pandemic, even belt for this one, because all we're going to add in as active recovery is our shoulder floss, where we bring your belt or band up behind your head, ideally with straight arms, up and over. So I can see my mum on Zoom. I'd like her to hold the band much further apart, and she's going to try and lift up mum with straight arms up and over, but I know it's difficult. Much better. Nice smooth movement, because then we're getting the full range of movement. If you can't come all the way up and over, of course bend your arms, but my mum I know can, and now I can see her doing it really beautifully. Breathing in and out. So obviously if you need to bend the arms, please do. If you want to make it harder, you hold it tighter so you've got that resistance. Now resistance is great. This is where we're strengthening the muscles, yep. It's a great way to do this even on the sofa. How many of you watch TV at night? You could leave your band on your sofa and just add a minute in between in the ad breaks. There's a whole ad break sofa snack in there that's got moves like this in it. And release. I'm going to let you off there because I can feel it. Because we've already activated the muscles with our bicep curls and shoulder press, it feels different, right, than us doing this at the beginning. Well done. I can see some of you giving yourself a squeeze. That's showing me that it's been effective. So we're going to add in now. I'm actually going to add in our squats. So we're going to change this workout up, but it's a great one to follow if you want to do something seated when you're not with me. But we're going to add in our leg extensions here. So it does say alternate leg extension with a shoulder press. So that can be the version for anyone that can't stand. For anyone that is able to stand, I mentioned before I went live on Zoom, I have got a rucksack with me today. Have you got a bag or a rucksack? Something with 2 straps. Don't worry if you haven't got it today, you can play this workout back, because some of you have been doing your sit and stands with me for a while, and you may just feel comfortable using your same weight. If you put the rucksack on your back, you could then add in some, I don't know, tin cans of Coke, some heavy things that you're not supposed to eat often, anything naughty, and you could add in more weight on your back for our sit and stand. So if you've got a rucksack, lovely. I can see Ayush, Auntie Vinu, Uncle, something with a bit of 2 straps, or have it ready for next week. I'm just showing you this new option. So for those that know what they're doing, you can start your sit and stands. You can use your weight. Please start. I will talk you through all the form if you need a reminder. Add in weight if you can, so you're really strengthening the muscles. We are doing a seated option, which is the simple leg extension. I'm putting one leg out in front. You can hold it. You're thinking about these muscles here, the fronts of your thighs, your quadricep muscles, really working, strengthening them. They protect and strengthen the knees. For the seated option, it's the leg extension with the shoulder press. But if you're tired of your upper body's a little bit tired, you just use your leg extension and keep going. I mean, seated as well, I've got a rucksack on and it's quite nice for my posture. It doesn't have to be heavy. You can increase the weight over time. Some of you are already doing the sit and stands. You could grab your weight. Feet are just over your shoulder width. The seated option, level is those that need assistance. We've got the chair. We lift up a few inches and down. Anyone doing these already, check that you can see your toes. So your knees are staying back. Their knees are going out. And those of you that are already doing it and are able to stand, you can come all the way up. Squeeze up, squeeze your glutes, your bottom. Slowly down, touching down, breathing out, squeezing up. Keep your back nice and straight. It feels different with a rucksack on. How does it feel? Yeah, you've got to really use your core muscles, work your posture. So this is a progression using a rucksack as well as a weight. See how you feel. Lots of squats for some of you. Please take a rest if you need it. I call them sit and stand because I want you to think every time you're sitting, you could then get up And even by doing this, you're keeping your leg muscles working, activated. This is so we can stand up for as long as possible ourselves, right? Stay independent. Relax there. How are we feeling? So I'm keeping the rucksack on because I'm going to try it out with some of the other moves. We're going to jump to number 4, which is we're going to grab some very light weights. Tin cans are perfect. We're going to do our front lateral raises. So we just come out to the sides to shoulder height and to the front to shoulder height. Again, thinking about my desk reset snack, especially with this, if you've got a rucksack on, you come out to the side and down and out to the front. Now, for anyone that really wants a challenge, I'm not sure if I should show this one, but this is something I've been doing, is balancing on leg, but I want you to have support. Do not fall over. Balance snacks we will cover is just a real progression, but if you've been practicing, please go for it. If not, we will balance on its own. So we want to keep the arms straight. So my mum, you're going to keep your arms straight and down, and then straight out to the side and slowly down. Breathing out, straight and down. Now, could you add a little weight in? Some tin cans, some dumbbells. Everyone, seated or standing, can you feel it? The slower you go on these strength moves, the more time under tension for the muscles. So I'm going really controlled. I'm using my breath. Stomach muscles are in, back is nice and straight. Can we do our smiling snack, everyone? Beautiful. Look at those smiles on Zoom and YouTube. Keep going. Keep going until you feel it. Like for me, it's very light, so I could do a few more. But if it's difficult, stop and start. Have a break. Maybe just march on the spot or just rest. Beautiful work. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more. Even though it's light, if I really focus, I'm thinking about all my upper body strength. Yep. And relax. Good work. Have a little break there. So we're going to just do a final set. My mum's doing some nice head circles on Zoom. So good idea. Just ease out any tension. You can focus on your breath while we're doing it. So we're mixing all of our mobility snacks, our strength snacks. Lovely work. We're going to do a few more squats. So for those of you that use the rucksack, I would love to know in the comments on YouTube, have you enjoyed the rucksack in the round 1? Is it something that you want to keep on? Or do you want to come back to it? Do you want to try it out a bit more? I would probably add in some more weight. So I'm going to actually put in this laundry bottle in so that I'm adding a bit more weight. And for those that want to start, what we're going to do on these squats or the leg extension is we're going to add in a nice raise up with our shoulder press. So some of you see Mummy uses this laundry bottle. So what I'm talking about here is either coming up and adding in the shoulder press as you stand up for a full body move, coming down. But I need to make sure you focus on your squat form. The knees are going out in line with your toes. The weight is in your heels, yep? So you can see your toes as you're coming up and down. This lovely full body move for those that can't stand. A leg extension and maybe a shoulder press and down. Good. Keep going. We're just aiming for as many as you can do. It's your workout today. Even though I say 10 reps, maybe do less or maybe keep going. I'm going to give you a bit of time. Breathe out for those that want to challenge yourself. Some of you have got the rucksack. I'm going to be excited to hear the feedback, how it's feeling. It's definitely making my back have to stay nice and straight, my posture, my core muscles, I feel a bit more activated. Breathe out, breathe in. Keep going if you can. If you don't like the rucksack, think about changing your weight. Could you add in a bit more weight when you play this back? And relax. This time when you're done, have a little seat, and I want you to just circle out your ankles, keeping them nice and mobile. So we're adding in a leg extension. You could keep the down and circle out the ankles and just circling out. How does that feel? So the squats are so good for your lower body strength. There's a lot of science, and I've written about strength training in the book and how important squats are for our brain, our blood flow to the brain as well. So it's releasing this amazing stuff called BDNF, which is like fertilizer for the brain. Now, there's Sonal Shah, which is on my Zoom, and I recently saw at the Alzheimer's memory walk, we were talking about stomach. I was asking people exercises from my Zoom community they would like to do in the workout. We're going to try something new, and it's called the Russian twist, which I know is quite an advanced move. So Sonal, I know you were suggesting it, and one of the ones that I do previously is just to have a weight outside, holding a plastic bottle or a dumbbell, just a nice weight that we can hold in our hands. We're going to keep our stomach muscles really tight. So imagine your belly button in towards your spine, and you're going to try and twist your upper body without moving your hips. So your hips are facing the front. I find it's still hard seated. I just tried it. You breathe out. So you're trying to keep your hips really fixed. The hips are not moving with it. You're almost trying to move your stomach muscles and your arms, twisting. It might not be a big twist. And back. Now this is a version where we're using our arms just to keep them out. We've already used our arms quite a bit. Twisting round and back. When you need a break, relax. If that exercise works, please carry on. If not, I want you to move into a spinal twist, because I think it might be difficult today. We've done quite a bit of upper body work. So this is a nice, easier, gentle option. Twisting round, back to middle, just working our spine. But again, think about your stomach muscles here. Yeah, because I want you to keep them tight. So I can even feel them in this twist. Just a nice rotation and opening out the chest, bringing your elbows as wide as possible, pushing them back, twisting round and back. So I've got a few variations. The traditional Russian twist is one where you would almost lean back. So even this is a good exercise, maybe without weight. You can try and lean your straight back, and you should be able to feel your core muscles and coming back forward. So even if you lean back, holding your stomach tight and coming forward. So breathing in and breathing out, just a little movement. Russian twists are hard. We don't show the exercises on the floor, but this is where you would almost twist with straight arms or a slight bend round to the side with the weight. So that's why I'm just showing you the option that I showed you, which I think is a little bit easier on here. It's not the traditional Russian twist, but one to definitely practice. Maybe just throw into your day as a little snack. We're going to do one that Andrew, who's also from my Zoom community, suggested. So if you've got a bit of space, I want you to make sure there's nothing behind you, no weights, so no hazards. And we're going to try a little bit of backwards walking. So if you're able to walk, I will just show you on seated option is just to stay seated and get your steps in. But we're going to walk back and forwards. If you're able to walk, you've got a bit of space. Backwards walking is really quite effective for your knees as well. There's new science about this, so I don't know if you've tried it. Give it a go. If you're by a wall, that's great, because I don't want anyone falling over. We've got all age abilities, just moving backwards and forwards. How does that feel? Now, Vinu uncle, who's very advanced, he's like a inspiration on my Zoom. In his eggs, I believe. I hope you'll have to correct me at the end, Vinu uncle. I can see you've got your arms out. We could progress like last week where we walked on the tightrope. So you put your heel in front of your toe. We're moving forwards on the tightrope and then maybe walking back normally. Yeah, or you can try the tightrope walking back, but having your arm out is going to work your arm muscles, give you a bit of stability. I'm just going to adjust my camera to make sure that YouTube can see my feet there. So all I'm doing with the tightrope is imagining a rope on the floor, and I'm placing like a gymnast in the circus. This is a nice one to keep our bodies nice and straight. Think about your back, lovely straight back, stomach muscles tight, and just a bit of focus. Yeah, really focus. I'm trying to do the tightrope on the walk back as well. Giving you a bit of time to play with this. If you're not able to walk, just get your steps in. Seated here is great. Or you could even do some heel raises. Maybe we add those in. That's one of Tarun Auntie's favorites, I know, from my Zoom community. We talked about heel raises. I've written in the book how effective these are to absorb your blood sugar levels. So I do them after meals when I'm stuck at restaurants and I can't get up to move after meals, which is what I recommend. You can do some heel raises, lifting the heels up and down. Let's get one more exercise in from the seated strength snack on page 189. We're going to do the overhead tricep extension. I would like to do the chest press, so let's quickly get those in. This one is a really good one to practice where you're going to have your elbows. So let's practice it without even a weight, but your elbows are close to your ears. So rather than be out, they're going to come close to your ears. Your arms are back, and then we lift the arms up and down. So we're trying to work our triceps over here. Let me have a quick on Zoom. How does that look? Great work, everyone. So we're going to hold a nice plastic bottle even over your head. Elbows stay close together. You breathe out as you lift. Inhale as you come down. Seated, or if you're able to stand, please stand, yeah, for these exercises. Breathe out. Can you feel it? It might be light, but think about these muscles, your bingo wings. Really great exercise, and it also helps when we are all rounding our backs. Just getting to this position where we're nice and straight is what I want to encourage. Twist up and down. Breathe out, breathe in. Maybe one or two more and relax. Good work. We're going to fit in our chest press. So with some tins or some weights, we're going to have our nice arms at 90 degrees. Yeah, so your wrists are directly over your elbows. Your elbows are at shoulder height. If I came with a protractor, is that 90 degrees? I'm hoping mine is good as well. Seated, or if you can stand, please stand. We're going to bring our elbows to meet, our palms to meet, and back out. Now really extend the chest, but keep your back nice and straight and still. Squeeze and release. So make sure you're breathing. Breathe out and breathe in. How does this feel? We've done quite a bit with our arms today. I've sneakily got you doing a bit more today, a bit of progression. If you're new to it, come back to it. You don't have had to be able to do everything today. This could be a bit of a challenge, so you can play this workout back on YouTube. Maybe do one or two more just to your level where you're really feeling it. I'm feeling mine already. Good. And when you're done, I want you to Stretch out your chest by putting your hands in the middle of your back, opening out the shoulders. Brilliant, brilliant work. We've done a lot and time flies when you're having fun. We are going to do a last challenge, which is our balance. And this is probably one of the most important ones, especially as we age, where we hear about falls, especially if you've got osteoporosis, fractures, which are very common, hip fractures especially, and the morbidity rates after a fall. So I really want to emphasize why balance is important to reduce your risks of falls as you age. And I want you, if you haven't read it, the balance snack, which is the thing I do every day when I brush my teeth. So I get it in. It's already piggybacked on an existing habit. You don't even have to think about adding this into your busy schedule. You do it when you brush your teeth. You've got your sink there to support you. The 10-second balance snack on page 86, 89 has all the ages and the targets that I'd love you to aim for. But all I want us today to do is even manage 10 seconds. Please stand by a wall so you don't fall or have some support near you. If you can't stand, you can do a single or a double leg extension and hold for up to 10 seconds. If you can stand, there's another yoga balance snack in the book where we even add in a tree pose. There's a few other types of poses that we can practice as we progress. But whatever you're doing, you could hold onto your chair or your wall. We're going to triangle balance for 10 seconds. When you're ready, focus on a point. 10, 9, do what you can. 8, core tight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Don't worry if you couldn't do it. Sometimes we're a bit more imbalanced, we're a bit wobbly, but 10 seconds is a great indicator for a longer life. I won't go through the facts, I repeat them every week, but 10 seconds is a really important goal for all ages if you can, right? Even up to the age over 80s. Change legs if you can. I think I remember which one is up on this side. Hold on to support. So even if you're just holding on and balancing, we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, or a leg extension. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Let me know if you managed it. Do not worry if you didn't. Thumbs up to those on Zoom. Just give me a thumbs up if you managed to do it. Amazing. If you didn't today, keep practicing. If you're on YouTube, let me know as we're going to go into our lovely seated stretch. So we covered the whole Feel Good Fitness prescription. Every week is a different workout. Do share these workouts with your friends, your loved ones. So we're on page 192 now. We're going to start with our upper body and hamstring stretch. Now, I'm going to show them all seated. I think you all deserve a little seat now. But we can use stretching when we're watching TV, when we're just before bed to aid your sleep. Anytime you're feeling tight, even at your desk, when you're sitting too long, one leg out in front of you, nice and straight, toes coming towards your body. Inhale, exhale. You're going to reach either for your toes, maybe for your shins, even placing your hand on your thighs. Bringing your chest towards that leg. I want you to relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Like we did at the start. You have done so well today. Whatever you manage to do, even a minute counts. Little exercise snacks for your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your blood sugar levels, your metabolic health, your bones, your brains, your hearts, your joints. Other side, whenever you're ready. Reaching forward, relax the body here. I've got a nice long stretch coming all the way down the back of that straight leg. My back is released. My arms are lengthening. We're releasing all the muscles. We're trying to reduce risks of any injuries from using the muscles or new exercises, reducing the soreness that you sometimes feel after new exercises. So keep stretching, everyone. A nice side reach. So you could either loop your hand if you're seated behind your back, one arm behind your back. It really opens out this shoulder as well. And then reach up and over. Or if you're standing, you could have your feet a bit wider and really reach out. And I want you all to give me a little wave. And we're doing the smiling snack again. Beautiful work. Lovely side stretch. Release. So the other arm comes behind the back or your chair, wherever feels good. Reaching up and over. Another little wave. Some big smiles. Even if you're on YouTube, good energy, virtual energy, and relax. Calming down. Little simple stretches. This is the glute stretch, so for our glutes, but if you can't put your foot on the opposite leg, so we'll do this seated, you can just hug your knee in and maybe point and flex the foot. So I'm pointing the toes and then I'm bringing the toes up, down and up. But if you're able to put your foot on the opposite knee, this is a lovely opener for the hips. For your glutes, you can then push out that knee a little bit further down, but if you have pain, obviously don't do the stretch. Just be careful. If you're not in pain, you might feel a little tightness, so over time that will release and get a bit easier. Then if you want to progress, you can bring your chest towards your bent leg, your shin. Breathing here, so whichever version you're doing, whether you're hugging the knee in and circling or pointing and flexing, and breathing in and out. Let's change sides. Other foot up. Maybe one side feels a little bit tighter than the other. You can just ease that knee out. That might be enough. Staying here. If you want to progress, come forwards with the body, chest towards the shin. I'm flexing that toe toward one that's on my knee. This toe I'm almost pushing towards that bent knee. And that can deepen the stretch, open things out a bit more. Releasing any tension if you're here. Pointing and flexing is a great option. We're going to add in our, the knee hug stretch we've done. And this is our tricep stretch. So the one we did at the beginning just now, but with our overhead extension. So you're going to bring one hand to opposite elbow. So we're normally all here. I want us to try and straighten the body up and really push that elbow back, but just as far as you can go. If you should feel a lovely stretch here, I encourage you to do this one as much as you can in the day. Release off, seated or standing, these stretches. Just do what feels good for you. Beautiful work. We've done a lot with our shoulders, so I'm going to just add this one in. Nice straight arm, seated or standing, other hand above or below your elbow. Draw that arm towards your body and look over the shoulder. So we've got a nice release. You should feel that on the front and the back, the higher upper back. Just uneven your neck as you're looking over that side. Changing over, other arm, looking over the other shoulder, drawing that arm in towards your body. You have done so well today. If you feel your biceps tomorrow, we'll just add this in, just placing one hand on your palms, pushing those fingers a little bit down, and you should feel a nice release here in the front of your arm where we worked our biceps as well. We've done a lot today. And the other one, nice little release. If you can do these about 30 seconds on each side, even 5 or 6 deep breaths. That could be your little stretch snack for homework. Lots of other stretches in the book with videos. We've got our feel good finish. If you know it, seated or standing, we're going to take a nice big positive inhale as we lift the arms up, fill ourselves with positivity, bring them down, release any negativity, tension. I feel so much better than when I started with my mood. I feel more focused. I didn't have a great sleep, but I feel so much more energized. Think about how you're feeling right now. Do you feel better than when you started? Think about it. Just let me know in the comments on YouTube how you're feeling. I hope better, relaxed, energized, whatever it is, share it with me. Last one, lifting up, hands meet at the top. Capture that positivity, bring it down to your heart center in prayer position. Just close your eyes for 1 second, even if you're seated or standing. Say well done to your amazing body. Be proud that you joined today, that you made this time in our busy lifestyles. It's so important. Remember, every minute counts. Give yourself a little bow, give yourselves a little clap. The one thing I ask of you is to share these workouts so I can help as many people as possible. I may not be able to go live for the next 2 weeks because of World Menopause Day next Friday, and I'm on holiday. I'm planning to do a live on my holiday with my mum at some point. So we will keep you posted on my WhatsApp group and on social media. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, it's on details on my free newsletter. Just hit the link on my website, feelgoodwithlavina.com. I will talk to everyone on Zoom. If you haven't got the Feel Good Fix, I hope you get this. You have hundreds of workouts saved that you can do a few times a week, or you can add any of the snacks, aiming for 11 minutes a day. There's science behind that number. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube. Super well done, everyone that has joined. I will save this session.